Good afternoon, it's 5 o'clock, and you've stumbled onto Rooftop Trombone in the age of COVID-19. Day number 62. 62 days. In fact, this is an anniversary. Today is May the 18th here in Malaysia, most places by now, I guess. And in Malaysia, I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, by the way. Sunway University, where I'm the Dean of the School of Arts. It's right over there, right behind you. You can't see it, but I can. And we've been on lockdown in Malaysia since March the 18th. That was the day that we were not allowed out. That's 2 months. 2 months today. And it's not over yet. It is, however, slightly relaxed in the last week and a half, by which I mean, for example, at Sunway University, where I work, we're still teaching online, and we will continue teaching online to the end of the semester. However, as of last week, it is possible for staff to go. Last week, it was possible for staff to go in for very short visits and pick things up, and this week, we're still recommending that staff work from home. But if staff need to work at the university, they can. Certainly some of the non-academic staff are busy working at the university now in facilities and the other support operations. Academics can also go in if they need to at this point. And I was in my office today. In fact, had I not gotten out any sooner than I did, I would still be wearing a tie this evening. But I knew you didn't want to see me in a tie, so here I am. I don't go to the university in these shirts, by the way. Maybe one day I will, but we don't have tenure here. That's another story. Anyway, I told you yesterday, if you were with me, well, let me back up. 2 months ago today, I played my first rooftop trombone performance, and I promised that I would come out here every day until our lockdown ended. Technically it's still going on, so I'm still playing. I haven't figured out exactly, this kind of semi-lockdown actually might go on for years, in which case I probably can't keep doing this. But for now I'm going to continue, possibly until my wife gets back in the country. That would be pretty cool. As you know, if you've been watching, she's stranded on the other side of the border, actually the other side of the world. She's 10,000 miles away in the United States. Hi, Donna. And speaking of which, this next tune is dedicated to her, absolutely. Yesterday, if you were with me, you know I played 3 tunes from Frozen, and I told you that I'm going to do Disney all week, unless the Disney lawyers come knocking on my door. So today, I've got 3 tunes from Little Mermaid, and the first one is Kiss the Girl. Now, my wife can tell you, I really don't ever hear lyrics in vocal music. I only hear the melody and the harmony and the rhythm, and I could hear a tune forever, over and over and over, and I still don't know what the lyrics are. But in preparing for performances like this, I usually have a lead sheet that includes the lyrics, and I always feel like I should look at the lyrics so that I get the emphasis in the right places and so forth. And in looking at the lyrics for this one, I was a little bit surprised, because it's probably the Disney of 2020 would not produce a song like this. So I just want to say that I'm not going to sing it. You're not going to hear the lyrics, and so it's an instrumental piece. But because frankly, I think the guy ought to ask before he kisses the girl. And that's not the message of this song. And in fact, I'll tell you, I have a little granddaughter I managed to have a short video conference with yesterday. She's a little over a year old. And let me tell you, make sure you ask. And when you do, she's probably going to say yes, because she loves to kiss. She's got 4 big dogs, and she kisses just like the dogs do. It's a slobbery thing. But ask first. Anyway, here's Kiss the Girl. Hope you like it. Or, as Charlie would do it, kiss the girl. If you missed all the introduction to that, then that tongue thing at the end doesn't make any sense. Go back, rewind. You can rewind. Anyway, or not. It's not really funny. That's Kiss the Girl. A beautiful melody, I think. I like that tune. I would have changed the lyrics. Anyway, the next one I'm going to do from the same show, Little Mermaid, is called Part of Your World. Hope you like this one too. Part of your world. And I'm so happy that you have become part of my world. And if you're with me on at 5 p.m. or later in the recorded videos, that's all good. If you were gonna guess, let's see, he's done Kiss the Girl, he's done part of your world, if he was going to do one more tune from Little Mermaid, what would it be? What would it be? Nobody's guessed on the screen. I can see the screen today, by the way, because the camera's inside the house. Anyway, Under the Sea, of course. We've got to close with Under the Sea. And before we do, I have to tell you a little story. In 1998, I know some of you weren't born then. In 1998, I was playing trombone on a cruise ship, and it sank. In the harbor of St. Martin in the Caribbean Sea. St. Martin, the Dutch side of that island is half Dutch, half French. We were on the Dutch side. Hit a reef, leaving the harbor, and turned around, went back in, and it sank to the bottom of the harbor. Although half the boat was above water, got everybody off. I was stuck on the boat for 4 days. All of the crew, all of the staff were stuck on the boat for an extra 4 days with no running water, no air conditioning. It was not pleasant. Anyway, the name of that ship was the Monarch of the Seas, and we did actually get off like 2 or 3 times for an hour during those 4 days, and it just seemed like we'd been there a day and a half, and the first opportunity to get off, and we all went into the the beach restaurants and bars and so forth there, and already after a day and a half, remember Monarch of the Seas, already at that point there was a t-shirt printed up that said Monarch Under the Seas, and I think of that story every time I hear the song Under the Sea. It's probably not relevant to you, but if you're interested, even though this was 1998, early days of technology, I had a little handheld device that I typed emails on, and then I would go to a payphone and hold it up to the phone, and it would, like a modems, dial-up modems, and send emails. And I did that throughout those 4 days. Every opportunity I got to get to a phone and send emails to everybody I knew, because this was a crisis that didn't affect the world. It just affected, I don't know, 500 of us on the ship. Well, plus the passengers, but they got off within 12 hours they were all gone. Anyway, later I took all of those emails and spliced them together and edited it a little bit, added timestamps, and put the whole thing on my website. If you're interested in the full story of that, mostly true, actually it's all true, it's at donbowyer.com and /aground, or just donbowyer.com and poke around, you'll find it, aground. Anyway, I've talked enough. It's time to play Under the Sea. I hope you like this. Oh yeah, man! Under the sea. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it for today. I will tell you, I'm gonna, again, unless the Disney lawyers show up, I'm gonna continue tomorrow with some music from Lion King, I believe. Lion King tomorrow, yes. Yes. Trying to remember because it wasn't like 3 minutes ago, so I forget. Anyway, Lion King tomorrow. Please join me. That's all I have for today. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Finish. I clicked finish.